On December 14th, 1940, Glenn Seaborg and his colleagues discovered plutonium, the 94th element, while studying nuclear fission. This discovery marked a turning point for science and machinery with the advent of nuclear weapons, leading to the invention of nuclear bombs and the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. One of the key concepts ideal when it comes to understanding the discovery of plutonium is nuclear fission. But at first, to comprehend this, we must travel back to almost a century ago, in what is the 20th century, from where the Great Depression was still happening. Nuclear fission is a physical process in physics by which an atom is split in two or more nuclei within its nucleus. First discovered in Nazi Germany on December 17, 1938 by physicist Lysen Meitner and chemist Otto Frisch and Fritz Strassmann, this reaction was created through the bombardment of uranium with slower neutrons. Speaking of neutrons, another discovery which paved the way for the main event would be the discovery of the neutron. They are particles which compose atoms similar to protons and electrons. They were discovered by English physicist James Chadwick in the Cavendish Laboratory, England, 1932. Today, these subatomic particles are given the name neutron for their neutral charge. Now, we must travel to what is the early 1940s, America. By now, the Great Depression has just ended. These conditions will be the perfect catalyst for being the birthplace of a scientific revelation, a new element. On December 14, 1940, American chemist Glenn T. Seaborg and his three other colleagues, Joseph Kennedy, Edwin McMillan, and Arthur Weil, would discover a new element. The creation of this element or material would be through the methods of nuclear fission. In this experiment, a 60-inch cyclotron was used to bombard the uranium-238 isotope with deuterons. From this, an isotope of the element neptunium-238 was produced. Having only a 2-day half-life, this isotope swiftly decayed into an even heavier element, plutonium. The process of which to go along the lines of this equation. This discovery took place in America at the Berkeley Radiation Laboratory, California. Plutonium as an element has had a myriad of significant influences throughout history and in our modern world. However, possibly the most dangerous and damaging aspect of its reputation is its role in nuclear technology. Plutonium is not a beautiful, exotic, rare earth metal, but a violent and radioactive toxic chemical poison. Plutonium had its place in the Manhattan Project, a series of research and development to bring the advent of the first nuclear weapons that was primarily led by the United States and the United Kingdom during World War II. You see, plutonium was used to design the first nuclear bomb, which led to the first nuclear explosion. This has sparked extreme controversy over the use of the material. The first nuclear explosion the world had ever seen was the Trinity nuclear detonation, which occurred on July 16, 1945 around the Trinity testing site, or what is now Alamogordo, New Mexico. There is a series of various photos substantiating the incident, most notably of which was a photograph taken by an individual going by the name Jack Abey, which at the time was simply an amateur photographer. This bomb was said to contain a plutonium core and was classified as a plutonium implosion device, demonstrating how controversial and how deadly it can be. Second, and possibly the most disturbing turning point, is plutonium's influence in the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Japan. Sometime around World War II in August 6, 1945, over Hiroshima, a bomber under the alias Enola Gay would release Little Boy at 8:15 p.m., a nuclear bomb with a uranium-238 core. This bomb was classified as a uranium implosion device which was sent by the United States, America. 5 square miles of land were destroyed by the explosion. Moving on, a second bombing would occur and break out in Nagasaki only 3 days later on August 9, 1945 at early 3:47 a.m. This time the bomb was nicknamed Fat Man and had a plutonium-239 core. Thus it was classified as a plutonium implosion bomb that was 40% stronger than the original Hiroshima bomb. Approximately 43 square miles were destroyed. In total, between 129,000 and 226,000 people died. From this, we can definitely say that plutonium has had a devastating place in history. The Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings have had a catastrophic impact on Japan. It is for this very reason that Japan has sustained generational trauma due to both events. In remembrance of all those who have died in all of the destruction that occurred, Hiroshima Peace Memorial Day is celebrated every August 6 and on every August 9 in Nagasaki. 2 parks were also built in remembrance of both days. Glenn Seaborg and his team made an important breakthrough in nuclear science on December 14, 1940, when they identified plutonium as the 94th element. This discovery marked a significant advancement in the field, leading to the development of nuclear weapons and ultimately resulting in the bombings of Nagasaki and Hiroshima in 1945.